Hey guys, and I'm back with another video. So today's video, I'm going to just be giving my thoughts and opinion about Jada bringing her own self to the Red Table Talk with her husband Will Smith, talking about her entanglement with August Alsina. So yeah, let's go and get into it. So my thoughts and opinion is about this. Like, people make mistakes, in marriages. Like, nothing is perfect, you know. Nobody is perfect. I do feel like for a long time, Will and Jada, they put up this persona like they was just this perfect, Hollywood couple, you know, box office couple, and like they didn't have problems. So I'm glad to see that they opening up and letting it be known that it doesn't matter if you rich, you broke, you middle class. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Always have problems. Money doesn't just automatically make problems go away. Money doesn't make problems go away. For a long time, I was hearing that, you know, they was like swingers and that they had like an open relationship and that Will had, girlfriends on the side and, Jada had boyfriends on the side, but they just would never leave each other. They would never leave each other, but they would do them. You know what I'm saying? They will stay married, but basically just have an open relationship and no one will get mad at the other person for dating other people. But that doesn't seem like that's true at all. You could tell in Will Smith eyes, you could tell that he's very hurt, even though he tried to mask it and like smile and laugh and joke. But at the end of the day, he's hurt that his wife, gave her body to someone else. So, it had all started by August Alsina. He went on to Angela Yee's podcast like a week or so ago. And he was discussing a lot of things. Just about his struggles with, like, you know, his health, and, he was real like sickly, and like his mental health, and that he was raising his nieces, by himself because, his sister and his brother both passed away. So it wasn't just, or it was a good, it was a good interview that August Alsina gave. And you could tell that he was telling the truth. He wasn't lying at all. He said that he really was in love with Jada to the point that it really broke him. You know what I'm saying? But he said he could die right now, but he know that he had love in his life and that he actually gave his body, his heart, his soul to a person, and he actually experienced love. You could tell he really fucked it with Jada. He really loved that lady, but he let it be known that he said Will Smith had gave his blessing, you know because they had went from like a marriage, to basically, like a, how can I put this? They transition from just having, a marriage of 25 years to more so like a indefinite friendship, you know. So he was saying basically, letting it be known he didn't, break up a happy home. He didn't break up a happy home or anything like that. He said that Will had gave his blessing, that him and Jada could be together. So, it was like when Jada and Will came on a Red Table Talk, it was a nice little, interview, and it was about 12 minutes long or however. And, Will just was asking Jada, so like, what happened? And so, she just said she needed to bring herself to the red table talk for some healing. Both of them needed healing. Jada and Will. She said for a long time she was not happy in a relationship or however. And it happened about 4.5 years ago. And both of them said they was on the verge of being done. Like Jada said she was done. She wasn't happy in her marriage. Will said the same thing. Like he was like, I was done with your ass. Even though he laughed about it now, you could tell that he's trying to mask his pain because he's really hurt that his wife, cheated on him and gave her body and just gave her heart to someone else. I don't really believe that Jada actually gave her heart to August. I think it was just more of a sexual, relationship between her and August. I feel like what her and Will got is real and it's real love. And I feel like it doesn't matter that, yeah, it does matter that she cheated on him. But on the same token, she was never going to leave Will. And I don't think he would ever leave her. Whether it's like a life partnership, basically. That's the word I was trying to use. So whether they stay just, in a merge or they just in a life partnership and they just friends, but they, date other people, but they won't never end a marriage. That's how I feel like what they life partnership consists of. Like they would, date other people and, be in a whole different relationship with different people, but the love that they have for one another, they would never divorce each other. And I think they was always still live in the same household with each other, but they would just do their little thing on the side, like with they little, with Jada little male friends and with Will little female friends. They wouldn't really bring they, girlfriends or boyfriends home to they nice big old fancy house. They would like, go to like hotels or, to they little you know, little friends' houses. They would never bring the situation back to their house. Cause I even heard in the when Will and Jada was on the red table talk before, she said you might be on the other end with somebody else. She said you might be on the other end of the house with somebody else, and I might be with another joker. But on the same token, we gonna be in this mug together. We ain't leaving this house. We gonna always, be married. It ain't no divorce. I'm not divorcing you. You might be with somebody else and I might be with somebody else. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be, us together, At the end of the day, our marriage is strong. We not going nowhere. We not divorcing each other. Like, divorce is not an option. That's what I take from that, But, I just feel like people like to judge people a lot. I feel like, in a sense, yeah, Jada was wrong for stepping out on her marriage, especially if they don't have an open relationship. But that's what I always heard over the years, that Will and Jada had an open relationship. The same way like the comedian Monique and her husband Sydney, they say that they have an open relationship. I don't know how true it is, but over the years, people always used to say that Will and Jada was like swingers, and they date different people, but at the end of the day, they will never leave each other. They gonna always stay married to one another. But Jada be having her boyfriends, Will be having his girlfriends on the side. But I don't believe that to be true at all. You could tell that Will is very hurt by Jada's actions. But I feel like, maybe it was something that you was doing to Will that made Jada feel lonely or feel unloved. Like you probably was always at work, working because you like a big movie star, So you always be out on movie shoots and stuff like that. And Jada probably got lonely and felt like, you didn't love her the way that she needed to be loved. So she stepped out on a marriage. That doesn't make it right. But if you're not hearing a woman's cry, if you're not hearing a woman's pain, if a woman is trying to express to you how she feel about things and you brushing off her feelings or you not changing, then only right a woman is gonna step out. That's the same thing with me. Like, we all have feelings, we all have needs and wants. No, that wasn't a good thing to do. I'd rather her just divorce Will if she wasn't happy. But like she said, she said, we gonna be in this big house together. Whether you on one side with a girl and I'm on a side with another guy or whatever. She said, I don't care. We both gonna be in this house all together as a family. Like, divorce is not an option. We're not getting a divorce. So, you could tell that Will and Jada love each other, and I just wish them the best. It's going to take a lot of healing, a lot of therapy, and, a lot of counseling to get through this. But I believe they can get through anything. They've been together for 25 years. That's strong. Because sometimes, I've been married for what, 5.5, almost 6 years. And sometimes I don't even know if I can even stay married at times, because marriage is hard. It's not a game. You feel what I'm saying? And you got to try to work through your problems. And it seems like sometimes the other person is not really hearing what you're saying to them or not trying to take heed to what you're saying to them. If I feel like I'm not feeling loved or feeling appreciated, and I'm telling you to change things, and if you choose not to change, then maybe you deserve to get left behind. You feel what I'm saying? And you could tell, like Jada said, she said she was not happy for a long time. you know Maybe because Will was always gone, or maybe he didn't stepped out on her before. We don't really know about, but I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, they can work through their problems. They can work through it. That's how I feel. I just feel like, all they need is some healing, some counseling, talk about it, apologize to one another, and just start courting each other again. Start dating again. Start, you know, showing that y'all love each other, and, you know, that y'all would never let that happen again. Y'all would never let nobody come in between y'all relationship or anything like that. You know, she did let it be known that August did not, he wasn't a home wrecker. They basically was on the verge of divorcing, even though in a sense that means that he was still a home wrecker because Jada was not divorced yet, even though she said they was on the verge of divorce and that they wasn't getting along, and they both, Jada and Will, both admitted that they couldn't stand each other and they was arguing all the time and they didn't want to be in each other's presence. That still didn't give, Jada the right or August the right to, have a situationship, entanglement, or whatever word they want to use. You feel what I'm saying? But Will, you got to take accountability too. If you was always out working, and yeah, that's good. You a provider and you take care of your family. That's what you're supposed to do. Provide for your wife. But if your wife's telling you she not happy, and that you always gone, or whatever she's saying that you're not doing right, take heed to what she's saying and try to change, so you don't ever have to worry about her stepping out on you again. Vice versa, y'all should just work on like y'all communication, and try to build y'all friendship up again, and just start loving each other again. You know, that's all I have to say, and don't worry about what the haters say, because nobody is in y'all shoes. Nobody is perfect. No marriage is perfect. I don't like the fact that people, calling Jada, names or saying like she like a whore or slut and stuff like that. She's not none of that. She's a human being that made mistakes. There's nobody out here that's perfect. There's no marriage that's perfect. And I like the fact that Jada and Will finally came out and said, yeah, they made mistakes and they merge, and that nobody merge is perfect, because for a long time, they put on a facade like, they just this, they couple goals, and like they don't have no type of issues. Even though August was the one that was spilling the beans, which I just felt like, you don't kiss and tell, August. That's not right to do. That's more of like a female trait. I understand that you was just telling your truth and things like that, but some things you should just left unsaid. Like some things it should have been between you and God. You could have broke their marriage up by, running your mouth like a female. I didn't like that at all. I did like your interview, August. You did, a wonderful interview. And I felt your pain. Like it seemed like you've been through a lot. You've been through the struggles, and you was dealing with a lot of health issues, mental, you know, problems. You lost a lot of family members, and it seemed like you a good dad to your nieces, but getting involved in like, you know, a married couple relationship, that wasn't good, especially when they wasn't divorced yet. I understand that Jada said and Will said they was on the verge of a divorce, but the papers wasn't signed yet, and they actually didn't go through with the divorce. So y'all shouldn't have, had no type of situation like that going on until, after, the divorce was signed or however. So, but I do, I get where Jada's coming from, in a sense, like I said, when you're not happy, and you've been unhappy for so long, and your husband, the one that's supposed to be your spouse, your soulmate, your best friend, is not understanding where you're coming from, or acting like they don't care about your feelings. Sometimes, we do things, that we might regret, but, if you're not happy, and a person know that you're not happy and they're not trying to, better the relationship, sometimes, people step out on a relationship. Not saying it is good to cheat or however, but if you're not hearing my pain, if you're not hearing my cry, if you're not understanding the problems that we having and try to fix the problems that we having and give me closure and make me feel better, then yeah, I might have would have did the same thing that Jada did. Not saying that it's right, but people make mistakes and nobody is perfect. That's just how I feel. And I just feel like people need to stop judging so much, because people could be so judgmental. Y'all don't know the half of their relationship. Why are y'all just saying Jada is wrong? Y'all don't know what Will did to her or what type of problems they was having. Not saying that that was right to do, but everybody make mistakes, and I'm not, here to judge. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. I like the way that they ended things when they was just saying like, they said, um, when they was like bad marriage for life. They said we in this together, ride or die. They was like, like, well, it's bad boy for life, but they was like, it's bad marriage for life, but we in this thing together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, win, lose, or draw, but we ain't going nowhere. Marriage is basically not an option. Divorce is basically not an option. We gonna fight this thing through to the end. We gonna stick it out. So I really like, what she said. She even said, Will is just awesome. She said, you so awesome, man. Like, she said, I love you. You so awesome. And I just, I think they could get through anything. I think, merge take, you know, merges take, it just take time. It just take a lot of patience, and yeah, you gotta just try to like work through it. Merges is not easy. It take time, and it take effort, and it take patience. It also take love. You gotta really love each other. If you love each other, you could probably get through anything. And it also takes, patience. You gotta have patience with your spouse. But I think they could get back to like loving each other again, you know. But I'm glad to see that, that nobody is perfect. I'm glad to see that, because for a long time, like I said, I used to think that they had like one of the perfect relationships, like couple goals, and I'm like, nobody is perfect. Everybody make mistakes. So I'm glad to see that they imperfectly not perfect. But you could tell they really love each other, and I think they could get through anything. Just don't never let nobody come in between, y'all merge ever again. Try to just work on yourself. Whatever problems y'all having, just try to communicate more with each other. And just, I think y'all will be all right. And that's all I gotta say. I just love they love, at the end when they ended it, it was just like, she just said, "You awesome, man." They did a little fist pump and was like, "We in this together. Best merge for life." So that's all I gotta say, guys. I think they can get through anything, and I think, you know, I hope they work through their problems, and, they stay together for another 25 years and counting, you know. Like they said, 25 years and counting. I hope they stay together forever. To death do us part, to death do them part. But that's all I have, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to my video. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys.